Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We guys hope that you guys like this, and thank you guys for the likes, and we guys hope that you guys had a great new year. Things are changing for you guys, and yes, this is episode 6 with Christa Pike. Just making sure that everybody realizes what we're doing and talking about. We are talking about a murder that happened in the early 1990s. So keep up the work. So there's a lot of new challenges that can help someone. But there's some new knowledge. But if you guys see, this is her website. If you guys see that, it says that in Tennessee, this is over 200 years since the person ended up being on death row and died. She's the youngest woman to die. And then here's another one. I don't know if you guys can read that. It's probably too bright, but it really just says that the same thing that I just said. She's the youngest woman on death row. What can change on it? Here's some more how to spell her name, just in case you guys find out. It starts with a K, but they put a C. And then here's something that happened in 2023, November 2023, of changes. Here's the girl that's the girl at the bottom there, the second one. This is her on top, and that is one of the prosecutors that tries to intimidate people. There's most likely she has a Facebook. She is up on there. Just about everybody is. That's more information about why Christa did what she did. This is kind of what it looks like, where she would be staying. And then that is the prison there in Tennessee, the woman's prison. This is updates about the skull and what happened there and why she got bashed in. This is what it looks like inside of the jail. There she is, smiling again while she's walking out of going outside. There she is again. This is the location of where it is. It's just off that freeway right here. There's some more information about that. I think I've already showed this, but I don't know what I haven't shown. There's some more. So there's been some new, like I said, new challenges that are going on, and so another thing that about this Christa Pike thing, before she gets arrested after the 36 hours, I mean, it probably took maybe 48 hours by the time that they even came up with the knowledge that this person or these three people deserve to be in a prison cell or sentenced to death. By the electric chair, right? So you get the electric chair, it basically shocks you, and depending on how long it takes, the voltage goes up. But is that a way for somebody to die a lot faster? It's not going to bring anybody back. I think the electric chair is probably the worst that you could ever go through, but I guess the injection is even worse. So like you're sitting there and you're basically like not on handcuffs anymore, and you're sitting in that chair. And then it starts shaking, and then eventually the voltage starts shocking through your whole body that this is either right or wrong. And like I said, because of what happened in Japan, like they have to hang them. They have to hang them and all this. It's an ongoing battle. And so in the U.S., they use the insulin poison, which is going to be certain. It's a poison it's like a deadly drug that once you take it, depending on how many doses they put in there, so they give you one that's not going to poison your body. Then they give you another pill, another injection with. So there's already two. So there's three injections by the time that the last poison gets in there. But they're saying that in the U.S. or in the world that they're going to slow down on being injected and just having the person sit in a prison cell or a jail cell or a mental hospital for the rest of their life, because then they get to actually learn their challenges and what happened. So because of all this is going on, right, Christa Pike ended up going back to the park. I'm just taking a guess. It could have took 48 hours by the time they found out where this was, but they go back to the park where they ended up leaving the pot. They ended up going back to what happened and walking through why she beat her and why she ended up wanting to take advantage of her. She was going to kill her no matter what happens. They were going to go out to Best Buy, which is a very old store. It's where you get movies and DVDs, and it's like the older version of Netflix, but now it's Netflix for everybody, or YouTube. So when they're going out to this store, they're going out to this movie store, they walk out, they go get high, whatever, they go out to the park, they're walking through the tracks, they think that this is an animal, and then they process what is going to happen. And being on that, we've already talked about that. Fast forward to 2012, and then fast forward to 2019. In October, they ended up trying to get a pill because like they're trying to get these pills, figuring out if she needs pills or whatever. And then they get to the point where they write these letters. The lawyer end up talking to her. Christa's, I don't know how her reaction is when she's sitting down with another person. but I can only imagine that there are going to be a lot of side effects. And with her maybe communicating with this on the deeper end of what really went on there, do you believe that Christa Pike is a murderer, or do you believe that she should be set free after the 25, especially at least 35 years of being in a prison cell or a jail, whatever it's called? But in the world, there's bad people that are going to use a lot of this stuff to say that they're going to come back after life. Like, there's a reason why people say things, why they quote things, why they're pushing over. So I wanted to show you guys these things to kind of give you guys an illustration on what you guys could eat if you guys even looked at it. But it is, for me, I liked it, but I'm never going to have it again. That's just a requirement. So if you guys know what Cheeto macaroni is, that is the cheesy version of it. And then you have the spicy jalapeno here, which is, that one is good. But out of all three boxes, I think I'll never have to eat it, but that's, you can get that at your closest Walmart store. And it's just, it's like a newer version of macaroni, but to me it was disgusting. And then I also have a new vapor riser, and I also have this bubblegum watermelon strawberry flavor. If you guys ever look at the stores, this one is grape strawberry, grape cherry. That's what it is. So if you guys are looking for any new flavors, or if you guys are looking for things that are going to help you in the meantime of all this. So another part of what happens is, this is the weather, and where that says 49, that's where a lot of people are going to stay. Where it says 23, that is where she stays at. This is where the location is of the prison. That's the address, if just in case you wanted to go there. This is the crime, just in case you guys know what went down. There's some more information. This is another thing about her birthday and the people that were trying to get her out of prison. That's another good movie. So here's something that kind of goes on when you meet her. Here's another person that got convicted for things. Another person. Another name. Another name. This is somebody else. This is what it looks like to be in a prison cell. This is what it looks like empty when somebody's out at court. This is what it looks like when you're about to get your food, when you feel guilty for things. And here's the prison. Inside. So another part of what happened in October, like 27th of 2019, then there was the world went to corrupt and everybody thought the end of the world was going to be here, which it is. And then let's see. Fast forward to last year, April 20th, 15th, sometime in April 2024, they ended up trying to see if they could get a pill because of her 25 years is almost up. She could actually be free after the 25 years, but it just depends on what could change. So I would say as long as somebody figured out what personally went on in her life, she might be able to not escape reality, but to fall right back into the real world of stop calling this. So she could fall back into a normal lifestyle, which could show people that that she has what it takes to be a mother, to be a son, to end up taking care of the son and daughters, as life could still end up putting a baby in anybody in the prison cell, depending on what went on. Because she ended up writing this result, so it was about 2 years before the like I said, the end of the world is very close. We just don't know how far it is away from us. So if you keep taking these steps, so if Christa ended up taking these steps to move forward and letting go of these, separating these boundaries and whatever, and saying, you know what, I'm gonna end up doing everything, and I'm gonna stop asking to get off of probation or whatever. So, I mean, with her mental illness, she could have ended up getting away with this, and she could have disappeared for months, and then nobody would have had a witness for anybody, which could have took people into, well, common grounds of why did this happen, what was the circumstances, what was the fate, what was she facing in this moment. When she was also about the time that she went back to her grandmother's, or her grandmother passed. So when she went back to her mother, she was in and out of foster care for the next 2 years, probably places to places. And then with her parents going up on the stands, it brought a lot of information to just penetrate her in a way that was not something that was used to. And the whatever you have to deal with, whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever you quote with, that becomes your center of your life. So because she centered her life around murdering people, something had to happen before she got there that pushed her to her, this girl. The choices that she made are going to impact the rest of the world. How some people are getting off free and they don't deserve to be on death row. Like I said, there's only about 12 states in the U.S., but in the world, there's only no more than 20 places that can actually have the full injection. Now in Alabama, they're using gas cans to try to kill people, and because that is a southern state and that's part of like the east, they're willing to go, and they are willing to have no shame for killing anybody innocent. But if they were wondering why they got there, it's because they murdered someone, or they had so many drugs on them. Like they go out of this way. Have you guys been hearing about this Trump thing and um, the case that was going on, because these cars are blowing up right outside the hotel of the Trump Towers? It's shame that people are trying to break people down, and just because Trump gets reelected and whatever, it causes a lot of self harm to a lot of people in this world. I mean, the car blows up and there's nothing but gasoline and fireworks and everything in this car right outside of Trump in Las Vegas. It's devastating. But there's also something that's going to change the habits, because people are going to freak out and there's not that much time left. Why are people going out of their way to murder people? Because they want to say that they're better than people. Does that give anybody the right to go out and murder? No, but they do it anyways because they think it's going to make them feel good. And the boundaries are a little bit different. So on my last note, I want to tell you guys that there is new challenges that I was facing within the last, I'd say, since Monday. So going in from the last time I made a video to going into Sunday, going into Tuesday. So Sunday, I ended up staying home, watching the football game, spending time with a few people, talking to them about just real life issues that we're all facing. And it catches up to you after a while. So after I talked to the second person, they were asking for drugs. And like I said, when you go back to this park in Tennessee that's within that 30 to 45-minute walk, Christa ended up having drugs. But because these people only wanted to use drugs, I had to try to tell them in the best manner that I can't be their friend sometimes. And because I've had friends like this that use me just to get something out of me and then leave, it's it's now a waking up call that I don't have to go out of my way to spend time with anybody if I refuse to. Another part of it is I ended up going and seeing what is my doctor, but I saw her in person at the mall just up the street from me. And she was having a salad and she was cursing and she was asking about my blood flow and what happened there and why my heart rate was so high, why I'm not taking care of myself when she keeps telling me that I deserve to take these pills, and the moment I stop taking these pills that things are not going to be the way I wanted to. So then why does she try to give me anything? Because I said I would like to try it, but because I was getting into something that I didn't know, my friend helped me and told me not to to take these pills and to stop talking to them, or it was going to put me in the waiting call of, we're at 34 days since December 1st, and here we are on the 2nd, since the last time we took pills. And I'm grateful for being this way. But there's also a mark